My name is Jessica. I am 25 years old. I come from a small town in Italy. The town is peaceful, the streets are quiet, and everyone knows each other. It is a nice place, but I always feel like there is more. I dream of something bigger, something exciting. I want to leave my small town and see the world. I want to travel and learn new things. My biggest dream is to go to London. I have always imagined what it would be like to walk down the busy streets, visit famous places like Big Ben and the Tower of London, and hear people speaking English all around me. I picture myself in a classroom, learning English with students from all over the world. London seems like the perfect place for me to grow. It is a city full of opportunities. In my town, I study English at a small school. My teacher is kind. She always tells me that I am good at English. She says, "Jessica, you should study in another country. You have the potential." Her words make me happy. They make me believe that my dream could be possible. I start thinking about London more and more. I tell my best friend Sophia about my dream. She smiles and says, "That sounds amazing. You should do it." But there is something inside me that tells me it won't be easy. My family is important to me. They love me and they want the best for me. When I tell my parents about my dream, they are not so excited. My father says, "London is far. It's expensive. Are you sure you want to go?" My mother says, "You don't know anyone there. It's dangerous." I understand their worries. They are only trying to protect me. But I can't ignore my dream. I look at my father and say, "I know it's far. I know it will be hard. But I want this. I want to see the world. I want to learn and grow." My father looks at me with concern. He doesn't say much, but I can see he is thinking. He says, "Okay, Jessica, but think carefully. It is a big decision." I feel a mix of excitement and fear. I know my parents care about me, but I also know that this is my chance. I want to study in London. I want to see the world. My teacher's words keep echoing in my head. You have the potential. I want to prove that I can do it. At night, I lie in bed and think about London. I see the tall buildings, the red buses, and the beautiful parks. I can almost feel the excitement of walking through the streets. It feels real. I tell myself, this is my dream. I will make it happen. I don't know how yet, but I am ready to take the first step. The next day, I start looking for schools in London. I go online and search for language programs. I find a school that looks perfect. The website says, "We help students improve their English quickly. We have a great program in the heart of London." It sounds amazing. I feel a spark of hope. I print out the information about the school and look at it again and again. I know this is my chance, but I still need to talk to my parents. They are not happy when I tell them, but I explain everything. I say, "This is the opportunity I've been waiting for. I need to do this." My father looks worried. My mother is quiet, but she hugs me and says, "We support you, Jessica. Just be careful." I feel a little scared, but I also feel strong. I know I want to go to London. I want to experience something new, something bigger than my small town. The next morning, I wake up and feel the excitement in my heart. I start to make plans. I research flights, places to stay, and things to do in London. My best friend, Sophia, is excited too. She says, "I want to visit London with you. We will have so much fun." I smile and think about all the things we could do together. We can see the London Eye, eat fish and chips, and explore all the famous landmarks. As I start making my dream a reality, I feel more confident. This is just the beginning, but I know that I am on the right path. The road ahead will not be easy, but I am ready. London, here I come. Chapter 2. The Decision to Go. The days pass by quickly, and my excitement grows every day. I cannot stop thinking about London. I keep imagining myself walking through the streets, seeing the famous buildings, and meeting people from all over the world. I can almost feel the energy of the city. But there is one big question. How will I make it happen? I need money. Studying abroad is expensive. My parents have already helped me with my studies here in Italy, but I know this will be different. I don't want to ask them for more money. I want to do this on my own. I start looking for ways to earn money. I talk to my friends and family about my plan. Everyone is supportive, but they also remind me that I have to be careful. My father still looks worried when we talk about it. He says, "Jessica, I want you to follow your dreams. But you have to be smart about it. There are people who will take advantage of you." His words stick with me. I know he is right. I have to be careful about where I get the money and how I spend it. I start looking for small jobs. I help at a local cafe, offering to serve coffee and clean tables. It's not much, but it helps. As I work, I keep thinking about the future. I imagine myself in London, in a classroom, learning English. I imagine talking to people in English and feeling proud of how much I've learned. I think about my family and how proud they will be when I succeed. They may be worried now, but I know they will be happy for me when they see that I am strong and independent. Sophia is still with me in this dream. She has always been my best friend, and she believes in me. I tell her about the plan to earn money for the trip, and she wants to help. She says, "Maybe we can work together. I know a place where they need people to help with their events. It might be a good way to make some extra cash." I am so grateful to have friends who support me. Together we work hard and save every penny we can. We also start researching places to stay in London. I look for affordable apartments or hostels that are close to the school. I want to make sure I can live comfortably while I study. Every night, I dream of what my life will be like in London. I think about walking through Hyde Park, enjoying the fresh air. I imagine going to the British Museum and learning about history. There are so many things I want to see and do. London feels so close, yet it still feels far away. My parents still worry, but they are slowly starting to accept my decision. My mother says, "You are strong, Jessica. I trust you. Just remember to be careful and stay in touch." I promise her that I will. I know it will be difficult, but I am ready to face it. Soon I save enough money to buy my flight ticket. I feel a mix of excitement and nervousness. I'm getting closer to my dream. I check my passport to make sure it is ready. I also make sure that I have everything I need: clothes, books, and most importantly, the information for the school in London. The night before I leave, I can hardly sleep. I keep thinking about all the things I will experience. My parents are quiet, but I can see the love and worry in their eyes. I hug them both and say, I will be fine. I promise. I will call you when I arrive. The next morning, I wake up early. It is the day. I am leaving Italy. I pack my last things and check everything once more. My heart races. This is it. The moment I've been dreaming about is finally here. Sophia and I take a taxi to the airport. We talk excitedly about what we will do in London. I want to visit the Tower of London first, I say. And I want to see Buckingham Palace, Sophia adds. We laugh, excited to be starting this new adventure together. When we get to the airport, I feel a little nervous. It's my first time flying alone. I hug my parents one last time and say goodbye. Take care, Jessica, my father says. Remember, we love you. My mother's eyes are full of tears. Be safe, my dear, she says softly. I smile and promise them that I will be careful. Sophia and I walk through security, then sit at the gate, waiting for our flight. The airport is full of people. Some are traveling for work, others for vacation. We talk about our plans and look at the map of London. The excitement in my chest grows. Finally, the plane is ready to board. I feel nervous, but also excited. I look at Sophia and say, "This is really happening." She smiles and says, "Yes, Jessica, we are going to London." We board the plane and find our seats. As the plane begins to take off, I look out the window. The ground gets smaller and smaller. I take a deep breath. This is the beginning of my dream. I am on my way to London. Chapter 3. A New Beginning in London. The plane touches down in London and my heart beats faster. I look out the window and see the city below. It's real. I'm here. After months of dreaming, I'm finally in London. I step off the plane and take a deep breath. The air feels different, fresher somehow. I can feel the excitement in my chest. The journey has just begun. Sophia and I head to the luggage area. We talk about all the things we want to do once we get settled. I can't wait to see the London Eye, she says, eyes wide. And I want to try some British food, I add with a smile. We're both filled with energy and excitement. Our luggage comes quickly and we grab it. We find a taxi to take us to our hostel. As we drive through the streets, I can't stop looking out the window. The buildings, the cars, the people, they're all different from what I'm used to in Italy. London feels busy, alive, and full of stories. We reach the hostel, a small but cozy building. The lobby is full of people from all over the world, some talking, others looking at maps. The staff are friendly and give us a warm welcome. They show us to our room, which we will share with a few other travelers. I feel nervous, but also curious. What will these next few weeks hold? That night, I lay in bed, thinking about everything. I'm in a new country, surrounded by new faces, new places, and a new language. It's a lot to take in, but I'm ready. The next day, we go to the school where I will study. It's not far from the hostel, just a short walk. As we approach the building, I feel my nerves grow. This is it. The school I've been dreaming of. I'm about to start my first class in English. Inside the school, everything is modern and bright. I see students walking through the hallways, chatting with each other. Some are speaking in English, others in different languages. I smile, feeling a little more at ease. Everyone is in the same place, trying to learn and improve. I go to the registration desk, where a kind woman checks me in. "Welcome to the school, Jessica," she says, smiling. "We're happy to have you here." I feel a little bit better. It's not so scary after all. Sophia and I sit together in the waiting area, looking over our class schedules. I can see the excitement in her eyes. She's nervous too, but she's always there to support me. Soon it's time for my first class. I walk into the classroom with my heart racing. There are students from different countries: Germany, Japan, Spain, and even a couple from Brazil. I take a seat and try to relax. The teacher, a friendly woman with a warm smile, introduces herself. "Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah, and I'll be teaching you English." The class starts with introductions. Everyone talks about where they're from and why they're here. When it's my turn, I feel nervous, but I take a deep breath and say, "Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm from Italy, and I came to London to improve my English and explore the city." After the introductions, the teacher begins the lesson. We start with basic vocabulary and practice simple conversations. It feels strange at first. English is different from Italian, but I'm determined to learn. I repeat the words after the teacher, making sure my pronunciation is correct. It's hard, but I'm not giving up. As the day goes on, I feel more comfortable. I realize that everyone in the class is in the same situation. We're all here to learn, and we all make mistakes. That's part of the journey. We laugh together when we get things wrong, and the teacher is patient and encouraging. After class, I walk with Sophia back to the hostel. I'm tired, but happy. It's been a long day, but I know I've taken the first step toward my dream. Over the next few days, I start to find my rhythm in the city. I explore the streets of London, visiting famous places like Big Ben and Buckingham Palace. I walk through parks, sit by the River Thames, and soak in the atmosphere. London feels like a mix of old and new, full of history and modern life. I also get to know my classmates better. We spend time together after school, talking about our countries and cultures. I learn about their lives and share stories about Italy. It's amazing how different we all are, but also how similar. We all have the same goal: to learn and grow. I try to speak English as much as I can, even when I make mistakes. It's not easy, but I'm learning. I know it will take time, but I'm ready. Every day I improve just a little bit more. One afternoon, after a long walk through the city, I stop at a small cafe to rest. I order a cup of tea and sit by the window. As I sip my drink, I reflect on how far I've come. Just a few days ago, I was nervous about everything. Now I feel more at home. London is still big and unfamiliar, but it's starting to feel like my new home. I know there will be challenges ahead, but I'm ready to face them. I'm in the right place. This is just the beginning of my adventure. And as I sit in the cafe, I smile to myself. I've taken the first step, and the journey has only just begun. Chapter 4. Discovering the Magic of London. The sun is shining bright as I step outside the hostel. London feels different today. I feel like I've already learned so much about the city, but there's still so much to see. The excitement builds up in my chest. It's another day to explore. Sophia and I decide to visit a museum today. We've heard about the British Museum and its incredible collection of art and history. We take the underground train, something I'm still getting used to. The trains are fast, and I love watching the city rush by through the windows. When we reach the museum, the building stands tall and impressive. It looks like something from a history book. The museum is free to enter, so we walk right in, excited to see what's inside. We begin with the Egyptian section. As I look at the ancient artifacts, I'm amazed. There are mummies, statues, and even pieces of jewelry that are thousands of years old. I try to imagine what life was like back then. How did people live? What did they believe in? As we walk through the rooms, I start to feel like I'm traveling through time. The museum is filled with stories from all over the world. I can see pieces from ancient Greece, Rome, and even China. It's like I'm learning about the whole world in one place. After a few hours of exploring, we take a break in the museum cafe. We sit by the window, drinking our coffee, and talk about everything we've seen. It's amazing how much history is here, Sophia says, looking thoughtful. I never knew the world was so big. I nod, thinking about how much I've learned already in just a few days in London. It's incredible to be in a city that has so much to offer. Later, we decide to walk around a nearby park. It's a peaceful spot with green grass, big trees, and a small pond. There are people sitting on benches, reading books or chatting with friends. Some are walking their dogs, while others are just enjoying the sunshine. It's nice to see how people in London balance the busy city life with moments of calm in nature. We sit on a bench, watching the world go by. I feel happy and relaxed here. It's different from the hustle and bustle of the city, but it's a nice change. Sophia pulls out her map and starts planning our next adventure. Let's go to the Tower of London tomorrow, she says, excited. I nod, happy to have a plan for the next day. But for now, I enjoy the peaceful moments in the park. I think about how far I've come since arriving in London. Just a week ago, I felt nervous and unsure. Now I'm starting to feel more confident. I'm learning new things every day, not just about English, but about the world around me. That evening, we walk back to the hostel, passing by some famous landmarks. We stop in front of Big Ben. It's just as beautiful as I imagined. The clock tower stands tall against the dark sky, and the lights around it shine brightly. I can't believe I'm here, in this city, experiencing all of this. As we walk, I realize that the adventure is only just beginning. London is full of surprises, and there's so much left to discover. I still have a lot to learn about the city, about English, and about myself. That night, I sit in my room and write in my journal. I think about all the things I've done, and how every day feels like a new chapter. I'm grateful for every moment and excited for what's to come. London is teaching me more than just language. It's teaching me about the world, about culture, and about the beauty of discovering something new every day. I'm ready for whatever tomorrow brings, and as I close my journal, I feel a sense of peace. This is just the start, but already London feels like home. Chapter 5: A Day at the Tower of London. The next morning the air is crisp and fresh. Sophia and I are excited. Today, we're going to the Tower of London. It's one of the most famous places in the city, and I've heard so much about it. I can't wait to see it for myself. We take the train again, and this time, I feel a little more comfortable with the underground. We get off at the station, and there it is. The Tower of London, standing proud and strong. It's huge, and the ancient walls make it look so mysterious. I can feel the history just by standing in front of it. We join a guided tour, and our guide begins telling us stories about the tower. She explains that it has been around for almost 1,000 years. The tower has served many purposes over the centuries. It was a royal palace, a prison, and even a place where kings and queens kept their treasure. I can't believe how much history this place holds. As we walk through the tower, I'm amazed by the old stone walls and the beautiful architecture. There are several buildings inside the tower complex, each with its own story. We visit the White Tower, which is the oldest part. Inside, there are displays of armor and weapons from the past. I can see how kings and knights used to protect themselves in battle. It's like stepping back in time. Next, we head to the Crown Jewels. This part of the tower is where the British royal family keeps its most precious items. The crown jewels are beautiful. There are crowns, swords, and even a huge diamond. I can't stop staring at the sparkling jewels. They're so shiny, and I can only imagine how important they must be. After touring the crown jewels, we walk to the tower where prisoners were once held. The cells are dark and small, and it's hard to imagine what life was like for the people who lived there. I try to picture the prisoners locked away in the cold stone rooms, waiting for their fate. The guide shares some of the stories of famous prisoners, like Anne Boleyn, the second wife of King Henry VIII. She was executed at the tower, and her story is just one of many dark chapters in the tower's long history. As we continue our tour, I feel like I'm walking through the pages of a history book. There are so many stories to discover. The tower is like a living museum, with each corner holding a piece of the past. By the time the tour ends, I'm exhausted but happy. We take a break in the tower's cafe, where we sit and talk about everything we've learned. I didn't know the tower had so much history, Sophia says, still amazed. It's incredible how many stories are hidden in these walls. I agree, thinking about how much I've learned in just a few hours. London is full of places like this, where history is everywhere you look. I feel lucky to be here, experiencing it all. Before we leave, we take a few more pictures. I want to remember this moment. As we walk out of the tower, I feel proud to have seen one of London's most famous landmarks. It's one of those moments that reminds me why I came to London in the first place, to learn, to explore, and to experience everything this city has to offer. That evening, we walk around the area near the tower. The sun is setting, and the sky is turning a soft orange. We stop by the River Thames and enjoy the view. The Tower Bridge looks even more beautiful in the golden light. It's hard to believe I'm standing here, in this city, learning so much every single day. As we head back to the hostel, I reflect on the day. The Tower of London has taught me a lot. It's not just a tourist attraction, it's a place that connects the past and present. London has a way of making history feel real and alive, and I know there's so much more waiting for me to discover. I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings. Chapter 6. A Visit to Buckingham Palace. The next morning, we decide to visit Buckingham Palace. I've heard a lot about it, and I'm excited to see where the Queen lives. We take the bus, and as we get closer, I can see the Grand Palace in the distance. It's even more beautiful than I imagined. When we arrive, the area is bustling with people. There's a large crowd gathered in front of the palace, all waiting for the changing of the guard. I've seen it on TV before, but seeing it in person is something else. The guards stand so still, their red uniforms bright against the palace's pale stone walls. Their hats are tall and black, and they don't move an inch. It's impressive how serious they look. We stand and watch the ceremony. The guards march in perfect formation, and the sound of their footsteps is so precise. The whole thing feels very royal. It's a tradition that's been happening for hundreds of years, and I can feel the history in the air. After the changing of the guard, we take a walk around the palace grounds. The gardens are stunning, with flowers in full bloom and neatly trimmed hedges. It's hard to believe that this is the same place where royal events happen. I try to imagine what it must be like to live in such a grand building, surrounded by so much beauty and history. We can't go inside Buckingham Palace today, but that's okay. There's so much to see from the outside. I take a lot of photos, wanting to remember this moment. The palace looks majestic, and I feel lucky to be standing here. As we walk around, Sophia and I chat about the Queen and what life must be like for her. "Can you imagine living here?" she asks, looking up at the huge building. "It's like a fairy tale." I agree, and we talk about all the royal traditions and ceremonies that take place here. It's amazing to think that so many important events have happened in this very spot. After a while, we leave the palace and take a walk through the nearby St. James's Park. The park is peaceful and green, with birds singing in the trees. It's the perfect place to relax after a busy morning. We sit by the lake for a while, watching the ducks swim by. The park feels like a little oasis in the middle of the busy city. As we enjoy the calm, I think about how different this day has been from the last. Buckingham Palace is a symbol of the royal family, and it's so full of tradition. But the park offers a quiet escape from all the hustle and bustle. I love how London has a mix of both, grand landmarks and peaceful spots to unwind. When we're ready to head back, we take one last look at the palace. I feel like I've learned so much about British history today. The changing of the guard, the royal traditions, and the beauty of Buckingham Palace. It's all been incredible. London really knows how to make history come alive. We leave the palace behind and head towards the nearest tube station. I feel excited about everything I've seen today, but also curious about what's next. There's so much more to explore in this amazing city. I can't wait to see what tomorrow has in store. Chapter 7. Exploring Covent Garden. Today, we head to Covent Garden. I've heard so much about it, and I'm curious to see it for myself. It's known for its lively atmosphere and street performers. As we walk through the streets, I can already tell it's going to be a fun place. Covent Garden is full of energy. People are everywhere. Some are shopping, while others are just sitting and enjoying the sunshine. The area has so many little shops and cafes, each with its own charm. The buildings are old, with colorful signs and flower boxes hanging from the windows. It feels like a mix of history and modern life. We walk through the main square, and there's a performer singing in the middle. His voice is amazing, and a crowd gathers around him. I can't help but stop and watch. It's impressive how talented these performers are. There's also a juggler near the fountain, showing off his tricks. People cheer and clap as he throws his balls in the air, making it look so easy. We keep walking, and I notice a shop selling handmade jewelry. The designs are beautiful, and I can't resist looking closer. The artist is there, talking to a customer about how she makes each piece. It's interesting to learn about her process. I even buy a small bracelet as a souvenir. It's the perfect reminder of this lively, creative place. After exploring the shops, we stop for a coffee at a cozy cafe. The smell of freshly brewed coffee fills the air, and the place is buzzing with conversation. I sip my drink while watching the world go by. It's the kind of place where you could spend hours just people watching and enjoying the vibe. As we sit, I think about how Covent Garden feels different from other parts of London we visited. It's less formal, more relaxed. The mix of street performers, boutique shops, and cafes makes it feel like a place where creativity comes to life. You can feel the artistic energy in the air. We decide to take a look inside the Royal Opera House, which is also here. It's one of London's most famous theaters. We can't go inside today, but we peek through the doors and admire the grand building. I can imagine how stunning it must look during a performance. It's amazing to think that such a historic place is right in the middle of Covent Garden, surrounded by all the hustle and bustle. Before we leave, we check out the Apple Market. It's full of antiques, art, and handmade crafts. It's like a treasure hunt, with something new to discover at every stall. I find a small painting of a London street, and it feels like a perfect piece to take home. The market feels so personal, and I love how unique everything is. As we walk back towards the tube station, I reflect on the day. Covent Garden has been full of surprises. It's a place that feels alive with creativity and history. There's always something happening here, from performances to people sharing their talents. I'm glad we took the time to explore this part of London. We leave with our little treasures in hand and a smile on our faces. Covent Garden is a spot I'll definitely remember, and I can't wait to share what we've seen with everyone back home. Chapter 8. Exploring Soho. Today, we're diving into the heart of Soho. I've heard it's a lively part of London, full of surprises. From the moment we step into the area, it's clear that it lives up to its reputation. The streets are buzzing with people, locals, tourists, everyone. There's so much to see and do here. Soho is famous for its vibrant nightlife, but it's also a great place to explore during the day. The streets are lined with bright signs and quirky shops. Some of the buildings are old, with their brick walls adding to the character of the place. The energy here is different from other parts of London. It feels youthful and creative. We wander through the streets, and I can't help but notice the mix of old and new. Some shops are tiny, tucked away in alleyways, while others are modern and sleek. There are bookstores, record shops, and cafes. We stop at a little cafe with a cozy vibe. The smell of fresh pastries fills the air, and we decide to grab a quick bite. It's the perfect spot to relax and soak in the atmosphere of Soho. After our snack, we keep walking. The area is famous for its theaters, so we decide to check out a few. Some of the theaters have been around for ages, and their history adds so much charm to the streets. There's a feeling of excitement here, like anything could happen. We even spot a few people dressed in costumes, probably on their way to a performance. Soho is also known for its diverse food scene. There are restaurants offering dishes from all over the world. We stop by a street vendor selling tacos, and they're delicious. The flavors are bold and fresh, and it's a great way to try something new. As we walk, we notice the mix of cuisines: Italian, Chinese, Indian, and more. It's clear that food is a big part of the culture here. One of the highlights of Soho is its street art. Everywhere you look, there's something painted on the walls. It's like walking through an open-air gallery. Some of the art is playful, while others are more serious, but all of it tells a story. It's amazing how the art brings even more life to this already vibrant neighborhood. We stop at one of the many parks nearby to take a break. The park is small but peaceful, a nice escape from the hustle of the streets. People are sitting on benches, reading books, or just enjoying the sunshine. It's a quiet spot, but you can still hear the city's energy in the background. As we leave the park, we decide to explore a little more. Soho is full of hidden gems, like little boutiques and unique stores. We pop into a vintage shop and find some cool clothes. There's a sense of discovery here, like you never know what you'll find around the next corner. Before we head out, we stop by a bookshop. It's small, but has a great selection of books. I pick up a few postcards as souvenirs. The shop has a cozy, welcoming vibe, and I could spend hours just browsing the shelves. As we make our way back to the station, I can't help but think about how special Soho is. It's a place full of life, history, and creativity. There's always something new to see, whether it's street art, food, or a hidden shop. Soho is definitely one of those places that keeps surprising you the more you explore. We leave with big smiles, already planning our next visit. There's so much more to see in Soho, and I can't wait to come back and discover even more.